Hey YouTube, this is Trains and Destinations, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video on something a little different. I've never featured a monitor on my channel before, but I have decided that I should have a monitor. Believe it or not, I actually have not owned a monitor before this. I just use my laptops as is, but I figured I might as well have an external monitor since that does give me additional capabilities, big screen, among other things, to help me watch content, create videos, and so on and so forth. But since honestly I wouldn't use a monitor that much, I decided to go cheap. So what I have here is the AOPEN, which is owned by Acer. This is the AOPEN 21.5-inch display. This specific model is the 22CV1Q, and actually gives you the specs there, which is pretty impressive. 1080p display, 1 millisecond response time, 100 hertz refresh rate, and as you can see, it says AMD FreeSync. So that's not bad at all, honestly. I mean, especially considering how little I paid for this monitor, which you'll find out in a second. But going over the box here, now for full record, I did already unbox this, but I pretty much put everything back in just to show you a sort of a mock unboxing. So both sides of the monitor, both sides of the box are the same. Pretty much says the same thing on the sides. It is pretty plain. Now, if you are wondering, I did purchase this from Walmart. So if we take a look, yep, so I have my Walmart app open. It's right there. And if you're wondering how much I paid for this, there you go. Just in case it's blurry, I paid $51.50 for this monitor from Walmart. That's it. $51.50. It was on sale. Normally it's $70, but on sale for $51.50. So just an incredible deal. Getting a brand new monitor for just over $50. Now, the reason why it's so cheap is because this is not an IPS display. I forget the exact term. It does say LCD, but yeah, it's not IPS. That's the only downside. But apart from that, this does look really good. So let's go ahead here with the unboxing. So when you do get the box, you essentially get the styrofoam here. You got this little indent here, so you could just kind of slide it out of the box. Just like that. Now again, I need to caution, I already opened the box, so if you do buy one of these, this might not be the exact way it comes. I just kind of packed it all back in here just to show you for purposes, but generally what you'll get is this bag. It has an instruction manual as well as an included HDMI cable. Put that over there. And then this is your stand. So we'll get that unwrapped. Very basic stand. And then this here is your little mount. And you'll see in a sec how easy this is to put together. One nice thing of this monitor, well, it's both good and bad. The good is that this is very easy to put together. The bad, you'll see in a sec. So let's take that out. And then this here is your power cable. And as you can see, this thing uses very little power. I mean, this is a very tiny power cable. I mean, most monitors have very thick cables, but this thing is just absolutely tiny cable. So let's go ahead and we'll take that off. And here's your display. Now again, this does come, this will come wrapped in protective plastic wrap. So I just didn't want to rewrap it since for these purposes. All right, so here's your display. So since it is wrapped, it doesn't have like a peel thing. It only has a peel thing on the sides. But anyway, so this is a look of the monitor. It is a matte display, which is nice. Very lightweight. Pretty much no bezel, as you could see. Right there. It's a little hard to tell, but yeah, this pretty much no top or side bezel, just a little bezel at the bottom. And just to show you how easy this is to put together, let's assemble it right now. Although right before then, it gives you some specs there. And as far as ports, you got your power cable to the left, HDMI in the middle, and a VGA here. That's pretty much all the ports it has. You also do have a Kensington lock. So in order to put this together, very simple. You take this piece here, just kind of slide it here, wait for the click, there you go. And then this bottom piece snaps into this piece. So make sure that the long edge here, this long part, is the front, and you just kind of want to push. You heard the clicks there. And there you go. And if you just want to confirm, as you can see, you got the clips there. So if you wanted to take it apart, you just pinch this in, that pulls out, and then you just push that in. I'll actually show you. See? It does pull out. So if you want to keep it like this and pull it out, you can. And you can see from the screw holes, this is, you can put this on a basin mount. So it's very nice. Now, I will say that the downside to this sort of setup is that as I take the monitor over here to my desk, also you will notice that these are your controls on the monitor, so it's a nice scroll wheel on the back. I actually do like that. It's better than buttons. I will say, though, the downside of it being this simple to put together is that this is the adjustment that you get, which is 0. So one downside about getting an ultra cheap monitor is that there is no adjustment. So, for example, I have this Dell monitor here. This monitor does go up and down. You can also tilt it forward and back. This has no adjustment. You cannot raise it or lower it. You cannot tilt it. So the way it is the way it is. If you want the monitor taller in your desk, you pretty much have to just put a box underneath. If you don't like the tilt, well, you just have to deal with it. But again, very cheap monitor, $50 monitor. So that's just some of the compromises that you have to make if you do get something this inexpensive. All right, so I have the display all hooked up here. Let me turn that off. And it's connected to my Google Chromebook here. And there you go. Now I will say that it's definitely not the best. As you can see, the blacks aren't really that good. Now you can adjust your settings with the wheel. So you can adjust the brightness, contrast, so on and so forth. As you can see, you got different settings there. But yeah, it's not bad. I'd say the brightness isn't bad, but yeah, you can tell this is not an IPS display. The color is definitely off by a lot. And that's just something you kind of have to deal with. You have to realize that this sort of monitor, again, $50. It's not, if you're someone who's doing photo editing or really in-depth video editing, this is not for you. This is more so for cheap gamers and for just people who just need a cheap display, for reading emails and stuff. And you can see, yeah, the blacks really aren't that good. It's more like a dark gray. It's also a little bit of light bleed towards the top of the display, so not great, not great. Let's view a video I did, which was on this Lenovo X1 Carbon. Also, another common thing you'll see is that I have to change the volume, because for some reason it thinks this has a speaker when it doesn't, so I gotta change this to the laptop speaker. There we go. For a bit over $100, you can typically find these on eBay for anywhere from $150 to $200, depending. So it's not bad. Now, as far as this being 144 hertz, I actually can't tell. Let's see what this is running. I'm pretty sure it's actually running at 60, since my laptop is a 60 hertz display. Let's see. Which one is it? Performance. So we'll turn that on. Okay, so yeah, it's at 60. So this could do up to 100 hertz. But yeah, it depends on your laptop. So my laptop is 60 hertz, so it'll show 60. And that's just kind of how it is. Depending on the condition. But yeah, I think that's pretty much wraps it up on this display. Now, I will say in conclusion, if you can get this for on sale like I did for $50, I think this is a pretty good deal. Now, as you do see, I was able to find a box to put the monitor on. That's what you have to do. If you get a monitor for $60, or in this case $50, these are compromises. If you're okay with the compromise that it comes with this little baby stand and you can't adjust it, and if you want to raise it, you have to get a box for it. If you're okay with making those sort of compromises and the fact that it's really not color accurate, I'd say if you're okay with that, if you're okay with this not being color accurate, not having any sort of adjustability, I would say that for $50 on sale or even $60, this is a really good deal because you still get, again, up to 100 hertz, and not to mention it is, nonetheless, a 1080p monitor up to 100 hertz. So depending on the price you can find this for, if you can find it in the $50 to $60 range, I would say this is a very good deal. And not to mention it's a nice matte display.